Hey, it's Shelby, and I'm going to give you some quick reasons why I am supporting the Dysautonomia Project's 5K Pi Day Run fundraiser. All right, to start, I thoroughly believe in the mission of the Dysautonomia Project. They are working to educate doctors on this condition and really helping to advocate for patients to make sure that they can actually get care for a condition that, let me remind you, is not rare, yet somehow is not taught in medical school. In my case, I ended up moving cities. I went from St. Louis to Colorado because for a year and a half in St. Louis, I went to a dozen different specialists, spent thousands of dollars on testing, and nobody knew it was wrong until I finally found a neurologist who knew what autonomic dysfunction was, but didn't know how to treat it, and told me that in Colorado there were more doctors who could help me and do the testing that I needed. So I ended up moving pretty much across the country to get care, and I really think that nobody should have to do that, that you should be able to get care from a doctor who knows about your condition in your city. So, some of the other reasons are we in Colorado still have hospitals that have no idea what to do with POTS patients when they come into the ER. We still have a long gap in the time that it takes for a patient to get diagnosed. On average, it's 6 years when it only takes 15 minutes to diagnose someone. And many patients get diagnosed with anxiety. That's something that happened to me, and I finally had my counselor say, "You have to go back to your doctor because there's nothing else I can do, and something else is going on here." So, all of that combined just makes it really hard for patients. And then, compounded with that, you have insurance companies who don't believe that you have a problem or don't recognize it. You've got medical assistants you have to fight with. I spend literally hours every week talking to the insurance company, talking to doctors' offices, trying to explain what my condition is and why the treatment was recommended and why, yes, we should continue with it and it should be authorized. So, there's lots of those sorts of reasons that deal with patient access to care and just doctor education that the Dysautonomia Project is really working on. But I'm also participating in this event and doing fundraising for it because the Dysautonomia Project has seriously changed my life. They have a really great book called The Dysautonomia Project where you can really start to learn about what POTS is, what is dysautonomia, and really start to understand yourself better as a patient. And they also have a POTScast, which has brought me so much hope and joy in the last 2 months. It's also a really accessible form of getting more education and just, again, learning as a patient. The most important thing is that they're educating doctors. And I now have educated doctors in my corner, and it has made a whole world of difference. There's still a lot that I have to work on. There's testing I go for, there's things I don't know. But they put me on an exercise protocol, and it has brought me back so much of my life. Again, I'm not cured, everything's not great, but I am finally getting back into jogging after 2 years of not being able to run. And there is really no way that I can thank an organization like the Dysautonomia Project enough for being the voice of patients and getting there to be more providers who can help other people get part of their quality of life back. So I really, really hope that you will either join me in the event or that you will donate to my campaign for the Dysautonomia Project. Your money seriously makes a difference in helping get the word out and helping patients like myself. Bye.